Hello guys and welcome to a game of Age of Empires. For the newest Age of Empires game that's come out, I've really loved this game. I've been playing it non-stop basically for, I don't know, since it's been out this past week. I've actually just been watching it and watching so many replays and so many casted games that I've run out of content on YouTube, so I thought I'd make my own. Right now we're just observing two very random players on the EU server here. We have Abstract and Mock Spirit, China versus France. I'm not completely sure if these guys are any good, but maybe they'll be good. Let's just give it a shot and just watch and see if maybe we'll learn something new. Who knows? So here we have Mock Spirit as France, just standing idle here. Went for the single sheep. And we have basically Abstract going 3 on sheep. I think this guy is new. He must be new because he's now running over or a little bit delayed. Going straight for the wood and then 2 on gold. No house though, so he might get housed here quite quickly if he doesn't build that house immediately. And we have France, who is obviously very new. For anyone who has played France before, I think the general strategy is to go all on food and then on gold, 2 on gold, and you build that mining camp straight away. But he needs to start building that house. There we go. And we have China again. This map is very interesting. It has 3 waypoints, 3 points to basically cross. We have 2 relics on both sides. Here's one, here's another one. Actually, on the French side, we have 3 relics, which is, I guess, a slight advantage, but I don't think... I mean, let's just see how these guys utilize this. We went for the double house strategy here, a strategy I've never seen before, and the double idle villagers. I think we're gonna have to give some experience bonus to Abstract here. I think you can just kind of tell overall that his ability to maneuver his characters is slightly easier, except for his scout, who seems to be standing here and not collecting sheep. For any of you guys who have been playing, it seems like these sacred sites have really been overpowered, at least on land maps, not so much, but when I've been playing on maps on islands, basically, it's a complete you know, rush to sacred sites or to build a wonder. I'm unsure if they're gonna fix that, but it's been a bit of a challenge, kind of countering the wonder strategy. We have a mill going up for China here, for Abstract, 3 on wood, 4 on food, and 2 on gold. This is not so horrible. I'm not sure exactly what the build order is for China, but it doesn't look that far off. I think he might be a little bit late aging up. Just because of the split to wood, but you know, I think traditionally, at least for the other empires, I've been playing a lot of France and I've been playing a lot of Delhi Sultanate. Delhi Sultanate, we just start 2 on wood, 2 on gold, and then the rest on food, at least on bushes. The scout, French scout, almost going down here. The town center range is insane. For anyone who's played, town center range has been a big problem for me, especially when you're trying to harass the other team. It seems like whenever you are fading away with your character, it gets a little bit of extra range and gets that last shot on you. Let's go back to the French here. A lot on wood. We have 7 on wood here. Then 4 idle bills. Man, this is a big, humongous difference in ability, I'm guessing here. Unfortunately for Mock Spirit, our French friends, I think Abstract is really going to have an advantage here. Mock Spirit with the leading in wood, though. I'm unsure if he'll actually use that to give him an advantage in this game, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Let's see if he's trained wheelbarrow. That would be interesting. No wheelbarrow. Not quite yet. And no mill for Mock Spirit. You never know. You never know. The 5 idle vills strategy is potentially one I've never heard of. But let's see. We have an Imperial officer here. He should be boosting up the... Oh, no, he's not. He's actually just taking taxes. A lot of the pro players, I think, are boosting the mills or the lumber camps or the mining camp. I'm unsure, instead of collecting taxes. Maybe he's microing it. Instead, I think it's an ability here. Supervise. Making it produce 200% faster, dropping it, and resource drop off. Buildings receive 20 more resources. We have China here aging up. Traditionally, yeah, as I was saying, the pro players will supervise a spot, but I think now he's just collecting taxes, which is okay too, I suppose. The Imperial Academy going up. He took his vills off of food. Let's see if that'll pay off. And he taking his vills off of gold. Interesting strategy here. Let's go back to France. France has basically now has vills on gold, 5 on gold. Finally got his vills moving. And there we go. China goes up to the feudal age. Yeah, I think France is way behind. But you never really know with these pug games. You know, sometimes they just come back. Let's see. He went with the Imperial Academy, and it basically increases tax gold generated by 100%. For those of you guys who don't know, basically the Chinese have an option to build both of their landmarks in the same age in order to get a bonus. I think in the first age, basically they get the Chinooks. I think that's what they're called. They're basically crossbowmen. I think they shoot 3 bolts at the same time. It's quite cool. It's quite interesting. It's quite a unique character. But let's see how many. Let's see how many. They have 7. We have abstract here with 17 on economy. 17 vills in age 2. And we have France with 17 on economy. They should have... Oh, sorry. I'm just trying to get used to this. Oh, many more. 22 vills. 2 idle. And he just has enough to age up. I'm guessing he's going to go for the School of Stables or whatever it's called. Interestingly enough, he's actually gone ahead and slaughtered all of his sheep. He did manage to collect all of the sheep on the map, basically, except for this one. China's build order is really much more sound. He's going up with the market and the archery range. But, yeah, I guess... Yes, let's see if France's... ability to capture sheep pay off. Let's see. He's going for the barracks and the School of Cavalry. And for those of you guys who don't know, it basically increases the amount of, increases the production speed of knights for the French. A quite normal strategy, I suppose. I guess it's the noob strat. The strat of someone who's new to kind of France, kind of a strategy I also use a lot, is to just start spamming out the knights and harass as much as you possibly can. I've been seeing a lot of tier lists recently. We have 1 archery range, we have 1 barracks, very interesting, and no units coming out. Still our Imperial officer collecting taxes. But, sorry, a lot of tier lists have come out, kind of putting China kind of B tier. And I think after all the games I've played, it's difficult to say, but arguably I think China is one of the best civs to play late game without a doubt. Just from the artillery standpoint, once they're late and they have their artillery set up, it's almost impossible to push past them. It becomes such a slog. So I wouldn't be surprised to see China kind of bumped up on the tier list, and France I don't know. Everyone says France is tier 1. S tier. I agree, France is tier 1. But I think as people keep playing, they'll see them go down on the list. Here we go. We have a barracks, an archery range, a stable, and a school of cavalry here. Very interesting strategy. I'm unsure if this is the optimal strategy. We are at 27 out of 30 unit count. He has collected the sheep. Mock Spirit has been a sheep hound here, with every single sheep on the map being collected. So he won't be building farms anytime soon, but he does not have a mill, which is going to be a big problem for him, as he won't be able to upgrade his upgrade the ability to, you know, boost his food production, and he won't have wheelbarrow. So let's see. He has not done forestry or double broadaxe, and he has not done specialized pick. I'm unsure. He has an incredible amount of resources that he's not spending, and maybe he's just going fast to the next age. Let's see if he builds the next monument, or what's a landmark. I'm still getting used to it. And we have 3 spearmen. This is much more traditional. I think it is very normal to see spearmen come out against France. He's just expecting that spam, cavalry spam. But as his scout goes through, maybe he'll spot that he has built... I mean, this is... If he's going for confusing his opponent, I would be very confused to see this. And a misplay here from China. Abstract, just letting his scout die. Not intended, I'm sure. But again, it's a bit deceptive, the range of the town center. I mean, here it's indicating the range. But it was very obvious that the scout was hit outside of the range of the town center. Whew, it's a lot of talking. Here we have a bit of a problem. What I would do is move the lumber camp one step over, just so that they don't have to walk so far. I'm a bit on the edge with forestry. It's doubling the rate that you chop down trees. It's very cheap though. I've been playing a lot of Delhi Assault in it, so it's been free, so it's a no-brainer, but it is I'm unsure if it's 100% worth it until you get into the second age. But I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see. I have to look at a few more guides on it. No specialized pick, and he hasn't gone up in age. Our first knight comes out. He's just hoarding resources, Mock Spirit, with food and wood. And Abstract has been going ahead with gold. Let's look at Abstract. He went straight for the farms. Very interesting. He's gotten all of his upgrades. I believe no double broadaxe. But he has gotten the mining upgrade. 7 spearmen out already. A good start. I think this is going to be strong. I think what we're going to see from Mock Spirit is the knight spam. But let's check it out. I think in a lot of the lower, the 0 ranking, just the casual games, everyone kind of just skips feudal age, and they don't start fighting until castle. They just boom as much as they possibly can, hope that no one attacks. But we see Mock Spirit investing a lot of his gold and food into feudal age, a good mix. Almost an AI army here. No men-at-arms, though. But we have Barracan of the Sun coming out, which is an age 2 landmark, which will mean that Abstract will go into the... he'll get that bonus from the feudal age here. And this basically is... What is this? Fires a long-range hand cannon and adds arrow slits while garrisoned. Offers vision into Stealth Forest. Alright, that's interesting. I didn't know this offered vision into Stealth Forest, but this is basically just a castle. The Rus have a very similar a building, which is OP as hell. I forgot what it's called, but I just despise going up against it. We have a market. We don't see any trading. For anyone who's new to Age of Empires 4, trade is humongous. You basically can set your trade point with the neutral trade post here, and you get an insane amount of gold. And the further away it is, the more gold you get. And with France, you actually have the ability to get food, wood, gold, or stone, depending on what you pick, which is very, very useful. Really a huge bonus. Again, we have, I think France, no, we have, I think France should have the option to age up here. China as well. Let's see if he goes for that next age. We have a single town center from Abstract, and he has housed himself. Let's see what his plan is. He's maybe just running. Nope, we have the clock tower. For anyone who's unaware of the clock tower, this is what makes China so powerful. I think there's an Australian caster who, I think from all the information I've gotten, he was one of the first people to really take advantage of this. Clock tower, it increases all of the siege engines produced in this building, their health by 50%, which is awesome. They also have something called Nest of Bees, which is similar to a trebuchet, not a trebuchet. Why is the name evading me? But anyway, it is very good against a large number of units kind of stacked up. And we have the first attack here from France. And we have the knights going straight up against the spear infantry here. This is going actually quite well for France. Mock Spirit's actually going to probably be clearing up these archers here. These early age knights are so powerful, it's incredible. We see Abstract not garrisoning his... There we go. Oh, not garrisoning his vills. We might get a little bit of a raid here. Nope. And he's going straight for the Barbican of the Sun, which Abstract's not going to mind so much. He's just going to sit there and let those guys die while he econs up and builds back up his forces again. That was not a great fight for Abstract, but again, a lot of trash just lost. Unsure if it's really going to affect him that much. Let's see. And now Mock Spirit gets a little bit clever here. Oof. Loses another spear while Mock Spirit starts raiding his military buildings. This is a lot of trash. Oh, he goes for the low health knight, which is good. I don't think this will be a huge problem. We see a Springold being built at the moment, and maybe this will change the tides, or maybe the Springold will just be eliminated instantly as it comes out here. Let's see. It should be just coming out. There we go. The Springold out. Should one-shot some, and it goes right for the knight, which is the big threat here. Let's see what else happens. I think with the Springold, everything should be okay. Let's see. It's tough. It leaves the spearmen with 6 health each. Not a huge deal for Abstract. Nothing major lost. I think a bit of his... He should be able to build this back up again. And unless France comes in with another 3 knights, it's looking a bit like a snowball here, but... Mock Spirit completely ignoring his econ. He's gone all in with 4 knights. He doesn't have anything else being built. Let's see what happens here. If Mock Spirit just went back and focused on his econ again, he would be pulling this back out again. But might have a real advantage. But as we can see here, with his inability to do 2 things at one time, being his biggest downfall. The aggression is there, but the management is micromanagement, I suppose. Is definitely not there. As you can see, this is going to be rough for him. But these knights are doing some insane work. It's really difficult. It's really difficult to counter this knight and archer combo. It's just an insane. There's just an insane combo. But yeah, he's just going to be withering away the troops as he builds more of them and econing up. These 10 vills are still in his town center though. I would prefer if he went back. He did build these farms a bit early. It might have been wise to go for the deer or the other berries here or these deer here instead of going straight for the farms. But in hindsight, this actually paid off because they're close enough to the town center where it did not. I mean, he wasn't pushed off of his food for an incredibly long period of time. And here we go. Mock Spirit realizing his invasion failed. So he has gone back and put all of his vills on wood. He has no vills on food, as you can see here. Let's just check it out. 23 on wood, 15 on gold. Maybe this is the OP strategy. Who knows? And he goes right into Spearman. He does have a lot of food saved up. But let's see. As I want to realize how it takes food to make a character. I think that's quite strange. Maybe he's just like reanimating all of the sheep bits and pieces to make a horseman. Who knows? But they have 15 on gold, which is way too... I don't know what to say. He needs to build a farm here. He's getting a lot of units built up, a lot of spearmen, a lot of archers, a lot of knights, but he's forgetting to build the knights in the School of Cavalry. It's incredible how much he's actually getting out from his incredibly incomplete build here. He's just, it's insane how many units he's actually able to make. Let's see. China with the much more solid build, much more standard lineup. We have not seen the second building in the Third Age. Oh, here. Oh no, it's. Oh yes, it's the village. It's unique to the Chinese. It basically just gives you 40 pop. I'm sure there's some other. There's another bonus here. But I don't know. I don't play that much Chinese. Let's see. And France comes with the charge. There's actually supposed to be a hidden bonus here with the spearmen, which, if you hold them still, they're supposed to be able to negate the charge, or if they stop moving when they're charged into. I haven't completely tested that out, but let's. It would be interesting. But anyway, abstract China mopping up Mock Spirit quite easily with the Springald in the background. You can just see here 300 health because it has been built out of this clock tower. Humongous. Still, Mock Spirit does not have anyone on food, and I can see this is going to be a problem. But here we have veteran archers and hardened spearmen versus the hardened spearmen and archers and royal knights. Let's see, we get another barracks, another archery range. Really wants to pump out these units. No on stone, 15 on gold, and 21 on wood. Let's just go to China and maybe we'll see a much more balanced economy. He does not have enough vills. I'd like to see some vills on stone, but who knows? Who knows? Here we get another vill coming out. Let's see if he queues another one. He does not. We're seeing Mock Spirit's strategy of no one on food running out or not working out completely with 11 food left. Really negating his ability to pump out in the feudal age. I think this might be the end. If Mock Spirit just pushes out, this could be a very quick game. Let's see though. The village is out. I'm hoping he's going to be using this to harvest some of the food over here at some point. Let's see. We see another siege workshop being built. And he should have all of his upgrades. Yeah, even going for the upgrade to increase harvesting of wild animals, which makes me think he's going to go after these deer. Let's see here. 7 veteran archers and a springald, and 14 hardened spearmen. Let's just see here what our friend Abstract can see on the map. Really not much. He's done quite a poor job in scoping out what his enemy is doing. I think if he saw, oh, here we go, Abstract going out and Mock Spirit on the other side. Let's see with France building up quite a sizable force. It's difficult to say who's actually going to win this. Let's see the confrontation come out. I think Mock Spirit is going to be in for a small surprise going up against these knights if he micros them correctly. Even though, I mean, the matchup between spears and royal knights is still, let's see what happens here, is still quite favorable to the knight, I think, but let's just check it out. I mean, he's really kind of messing around here with these knights, but I think they're coming out on top still. Let's see them. There we go. France going. France, let's go against these Chinese royal archers. I mean, if I was Abstract the Chinese, I would be very confused. You know, how are they making all these units? You know, it's just pumping out so many units. It's incredible. But I think, let's see, maybe it's the Vil count. I mean, he has 50 Vils working on economy, and Abstract has 29 Vils on economy. So really, Mock Spirit really struggling with the economy. I am very surprised. Really, I'm seeing the first few minutes of this game. I thought Mock Spirit would just, or Abstract, the Chinese would just run away with this game. You know, his build order seemed a little bit more steady. He was building units. He was building diverse range of units. He was upgrading his units, and Mock Spirit was probably the king of idle time. But he has 50 Vils. Or sorry, yeah, let's see. He has 51 Vils. So the real so really China is struggling with economy here while France is booming, I suppose. You look at his, he's stayed in feudal age, and he's just, this is all he's got, and he's managing to defeat this China player quite readily. But let's see if China can bring it back. Let's see what Mock Spirit can see. He finds the Vils on the farm and mops 2 of them up. If he manages to kill this knight, it's not such a good trade, but let us see. He goes straight for the market here, while Abstract builds up another. He's building a nest of bees. Great. Let's see. Let's go back, reveal the full map. China going for a cav charge. I'm unsure if a man-at-arms, building men-at-arms would be a little bit wiser now than just building straight spears. But yeah, they keep going. Oh, here we go. Queuing the men-at-arms. Probably the correct thing to do here against his archers and spears. I'm really hoping Abstract starts making more Vils, sitting at a low 26. France has, Mock Spirit has walled up this side, just making sure there's no raiding, and he's idling 20 Vils here just to mock Abstract if he does lose and ends up seeing this video, which is a 0% chance. But Anyway, and then he goes on berries. Surprisingly, if Mock Spirit does end up aging up here, he might have a chance, but he does really need to age up. I can't see any of his other age up buildings. He only has a school of cavalry and doesn't have anything else. I wish I could go into this game and just say, hey, friend, please age up, and you might have a chance here. Or build a market, which would be great as his economy is all messed up. Let's go back over to Abstract here, as he seems to be making some trades here at his market. Let's see what he's doing. Some cav, some palace guard. They're quite hefty, these palace guard, with 155 health. 12 melee with their Guando, which is 0.29 tile range and 1.25 attack speed. Yeah, quite decent little units. 3 armor each versus melee and range. I think that was the play to make some men-at-arms, which is quite strange, but it's quite clever. I am not sure about these veteran horsemen though. We'll have to see. France was building a lot of spearmen. He's gone back to archers and cav, which is not a bad combo. France have this very unique unit called an Orbitor, which is just a crossbowman with a shield, and they're awesome. I'm unsure if these archers, or I would have gone with the crossbows. I guess I'm saying that in hindsight while I have the full map revealed. But I like the crossbows of the French. I think they're great units. And I think they would probably do quite well up against Abstract's or China's combo here, group combo here, army composition. And we're back at Mock Spirit, who has refused to age up. Let's see, he is building another house though. Really kind of struggling on the food side, while Abstract has a much more balanced economy, kind of missing out on the stone though. Let's see, another house, but no aging up. We see France going for some deer. This is a bit of a lull in the game. I really want to see if he has any spear. How many spears does he have? So he only has 1. Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting to kind of check out both of these guys' game style. It's very obvious to me that Abstract's been playing the game probably a little bit more. He's missing some key components like his vil count and simple small things like moving his lumber camp a little bit closer, and then missing out on some of these other food sources like berries and deer. But overall, I think he's quite solid. You know, just some small stuff to work on, and he'd be quite good. I'm not saying I'm any better, but it is interesting to see. China going for a push against France. I'm unsure. I think China might come out ahead here because he's gone for these men-at-arms against these archers who have 5 attacks, so they're only going to be doing 2 damage to these palace guard. The cavalry, though, are another question. He goes right for the vills. Let's see who goes out on top here. It's hard to say with these royal knights. In AoE 4, it's really difficult to tell kind of what's good against these royal knights. I think upgraded spearmen are okay, and crossbowmen are quite good. But yeah, I mean, this, as we can see here, this knight archer combo is very deadly. And the vills go right back at it. Yeah, it's hard to say. And we finally see France aging up. Here's this beautiful civilization strategy where he just builds everything in a square. I've never seen this before, but if it works, you know. again, I would say Abstract might be the better player here, but just this reduction in vills is going to be, for Abstract, is a huge problem. China now only has 31 vills, while Mock Spirit France has 50. Big difference, big problem. I can already tell for. It's going to be a big problem for China. And we see the charge from France. Let's just check out from France's perspective. He's missing these vills on the wood, which is okay, and goes straight for the defensive landmark, the castle. Then Abstract's last units are coming here. Nothing garrisoned. He's going straight for the archers. Probably not the right move, but I think it's a bit futile at the moment. Let's see how this turns out for France. I think that's going to be it for China. I think France has kind of econned his way through China, and he should be calling GG here. Let's see. Really no chance. Every villager lost for China with his low vill count is a huge problem. It's just a huge kick in the wrong direction for him. But let's see. Still not queuing vills. And we see the nested bees. Really, it's a shame. We saw China here kind of build everything in the correct way, upgrade his units, but his build count was just way too low. It's gonna take France a little bit longer to burn down these buildings, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I don't think there's a way back in for China here. It's hard to say, but I would go after his. I mean, I think the best way, he should probably be going after these vills on food here, but it's tough to say. I can definitely understand going after potentially going after the landmarks might be a wiser idea here. Let's see, and all the vills idling while he. This is some serious long distance chopping wood. Man, what an interesting game. So the Royal Institute, for those of you guys don't know, it's 20% cheaper research. I normally don't go for this landmark as France, but I can tell why some people would. And yeah, China just getting rolled over here. Probably would be nice if still no vills coming out of the town center. Really a tough situation for Abstract, who still is making military but not making any vills. While our friend, the French, are unaware how to make any farms. What an interesting game. Yeah, I don't think this will be enough to burn everything down, but I think it's safe to say that China is going to be running away here with an L. Some stealth mining up here. Well, he's depleted all of his gold. With the gold on the sides, and all we have for France is so basically with China we have no one on wood, no one on stone, and then with France we have no one on anything other than wood. But he has plenty of resources. Just from that vill count has been kind of bumping him up. We should see him start building some more units. Are you gonna build anything? Let's see. I don't think so. I think he's getting rid of all these military units because he doesn't want them to spawn out anymore. Interesting game. Interesting game. It just goes to show, guys, you can have the build order correct, but if you don't have the vil count, you're going to be struggling. I mean, 23 vils is not nearly enough to win a game like this. Nesta B's out. Maybe this will save him. No, and it's not enough. And it's not enough. And we see some more military coming out from France. I think it's safe to say, even though China is not calling GG here, it is GG for China, unfortunately. Unless he... Oh, and he's built 2 military camps here. Maybe he'll come back. He's got crossbowmen, which is interesting, and spearmen. This isn't enough to... I'm unsure if this will be enough to push him back. His vils are going on berries, finally, and he is producing units again. A lot of horsemen, a lot of crossbowmen, or knights. And we see China trading a lot of his resources to trade everything to food and wood. Quite strange here. And then he traded it back into gold. So maybe a little bit of a mistake here from China. Let's see. Let's see. Just gotta get this clock tower down so it doesn't... I mean, the real threat for him are the Springolds and Nesta Bs. As well as the fact that he has not clicked this villager button in quite some time. But France building up a little bit of an army. This is the strangest playstyle I've ever seen. Just zero awareness, I suppose, and zero care, where I guess this is actually very organized. He has both of his landmarks here, both of his barracks here, both of his archery ranges, and both of his stables. Huh. Maybe I'm the one who's disorganized, because... And all of his houses here. I mean, it seems quite clear that he's very organized in determining where he wants his buildings. Not very organized in his wood collection, or yeah. But it is what it is. And we go again with the charge with the French. Maybe China could come back. I don't know if. It's really hard to say. I mean, how is France gonna end the game? It seems like he's updated his knights to Royal Veteran Knights, as well as gotten the upgrade to passively increase their healing, or basically increasing their health as they're out of combat. As you see, like the little plus sign, it's a great ability. It's almost his third. Well, he has so many. China has so many landmarks. 1, 2, 3 landmarks, and the GG is called by China. I think good game, very interesting. I mean, it goes to show not nearly enough vils for China, but it is what it is. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully I can do some more of these. It's super fun. Even though these are random guys, I'm sure they were trying their hardest and did great, and it was very fun to watch them. So thanks so much, guys, and see you later.